Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to the word problems of fractions. Under this, we will discuss today some word problems that is comes under extra practice of chapter 3 fractions. Under this, your first 8th question, which I gave for the homework, like 8th question is, during an art class, Miss Winnie asked her students to cut 1.5 circles each from a piece of paper. There were 24 students in the class altogether. Miss Winnie then arranged the cutouts to form whole circles. How many whole circles were formed? Explain the question. In an art class, total students were there 24 students. So what is in the statement? There were total 24 students is there, and teacher asked the student to cut 1.5 circles from the every piece of paper. Okay, so here you have to find if one student cut 1.5 circles and 24 student will cut how much circles. That you have to basically find, because after collecting the circles, when teacher combine all the circles, so that becomes the whole circles. Okay, so you have to find how many whole circles will made, that is that from that pieces cut out by each and every student. So here total student is equal to 24 students. Each student cut 1.5 circle, that is equal to 3/2 circles. Total whole circle formed is equal to, that is same as if one student formed 3/2 circles and 24 student form 3/2 into 24. When you multiply, 2 ones are 2, 2 12s are 24, that gives you 3 into 12 is 36 circles. Next is your 9th question. A box contained blue and yellow balls. 4/5 of the balls were blue and all the blue balls were shared equally among children. What fraction of all the balls from the box did each child get? In the box there is blue balls also there and yellow ball also there. Okay, and among the yellow balls and blue balls, 4/5 part of balls were the blue. Now we no need of the count of the yellow balls, only they ask for the, we are dealing with the blue balls. If 4/5 part of blue balls are there, and if these blue balls will divide among 8 children, so how much part of the ball will get each child? That you have to find. Part of the blue balls is equal to 4/5 part, and shared equally among 8 children is, then fraction will be 4/5 is divided among 8 children. 4/5 divided by 8, 4 ones are 4, and when you change divide into multiply, that becomes 1/8. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8 is equal to 1/10 part. That means each child get 1/10 part of the blue balls. Next, your 10th question is there. Mr. Sharma gave 1/3 of his money to Sonal and 5/12 of the money to Kunal. He deposited the rest of the money equally in 3 accounts. What fraction of his money did he deposit in each account? In this, Mr. Sharma has some amount of money is there. Only we have to find their part. Like whatever money is present with Mr. Sharma, money gave to Sonal 1/3 part and money gave to Kunal 5/12 parts. And total part given with both Sonal and Kunal will be 1/3 plus 5/12. When you find the LCM is 12. 4 plus 5/12 gives me 9/12. Then whatever part is left, that is deposit into the bank in 3 different accounts equally. First you have to find how much part is left after spending on Kunal and Sonal. So if 9/12 part is used, that means there is a 12 parts of the money, and out of 12 parts 9 part is spent on Sonal and Kunal. So part left will be, either you subtract from whole part, because I already told you many times, if you are going to consider whole bill, whole money, that is considered as 1 as a whole number. Why is it 1? because how many total part is there, we are selecting all the parts. Suppose here is 1 is there, so 1 means here 12 by 12. 12 by 12, out of 12 you are choosing all 12 parts, and if out of 12 9 part is used, then how much part is left? 12 minus 3, only 3. 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. Out of 12, 3 parts is left as a money which Mr. Sharma has to deposit in the bank in 3 equal accounts. Now here how much part is left? 1 minus 9 by 12. When you find the LCM, 12 minus 9 by 12, because here is 1, you need the denominator here 12, numerator also should be multiplied by 12, then common denominator is 12, and 12 minus 9 gives you 3 by 12 parts. Now when you now after getting the money left, part of money deposited into 3 accounts, that means divided into 3 accounts. Now 3 by 12 divided into 3 accounts, when divide changes to multiply, 1 by 3, 3 is cancelled, 1 by 12 part is left. That means 1 by 12 part will be deposit in each account. Next is your 11th question. A plank of wood 3 by 5 meter long is cut into 3 pieces of same length. Find the length of each pieces of wood. Total length of the plank is given 3 by 5 meter, and how much pieces, that total, like plank means it's a big log of wood, या आप कह सकते हो कि जो बड़ी सी लकड़ी है, ओके, उसकी लेंथ 3 by 5 मीटर दी है. अब उसको 3 इक्वल पार्ट्स में कट करना है. तो वी कैन सी इन अदर वर्ड्स, total length is divided among 3 equal parts. Then length of one piece is equal to 3 by 5 divided by 3. Then divide changes to multiply, that can be 1 by 3, 3 is cancelled, only 1 by 5 meter part is left. 1 by 5 meter means each piece has length 1 by 5 meter. If you add 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5 into 3 parts, you will easily get 3 by 5 meter again. Next is your question 12. Sanjay had a rope. He used 1 by 4 of its rope is to tie the boxes. Whatever remainder rope is left, he used among that 5 by 9 part for skipping rope for his daughter. And after using this rope, only he has 120 centimeter of rope was left. What was the length of the rope used to tie the boxes together? Basically, you have to find how much length of rope is used to tie the boxes. First, we just find how much part is there, because if 120 centimeter length of the rope is left, so first you have to find what is the total part means of this 120 centimeter out of the total, because we have no total length is given of the rope. So first we have to find total length of the rope, then we will easily find the part. First, part of the rope tied to boxes. How much part of the rope tied to boxes? 1 by 4 part. How much part is left after tying the box? Whole rope will be considered as 1. 1 minus 1 by 4. It means if out of 4 one part is used as to tie to box, then out of 4 how much part is left? 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 by 4. Out of 4, 3 part is left after tying the box. And whatever part is left, 5 by 9 part of that part is used for skipping. 5 by 9 of 3 by 4, that means 5 by 12 part. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. 5 by 12 part is used for skipping rope. And what is total part used? Actually, how much total part is used? That is in boxes and skipping. So in boxes 1 by 4 part is used, and skipping means 5 by 12 part is used. Now when you find the LCM, 4 3s are 12, 3 plus 5, 8 by 12, give me 8 by 12 part. It means total part used of the rope is 8 by 12. That means if you divide the rope in 12 equal parts, out of 12 8 part is used. And how much part is left? If you subtract 8 from 12, that means 4. Then out of 12 4 part is left total left that will be unused. That is, one part is considered as, whole part is considered as your length of the rope, 1 minus 8 by 12 part, then 12 minus 8 by 12 is equal to 4 by 12 part. Now length of rope left, in your question already it is given how much length of the rope left, that is 120 centimeter. But if we go according to the part, only 4 by part of the rope is left. That is, according to the statement, if we consider length of the rope is x, so that means according to the statement 4 by 12 part of x is equal to 120 सेंटीमीटर. क्योंकि सब कुछ यूज़ करने के बाद भी आपके पास 120 सेंटीमीटर की रोप लेफ्ट थी, और जब आपने पार्ट में कैलकुलेट किया दैट वाज द 4 by 12 पार्ट. आउट ऑफ 12 4 पार्ट वाज देयर, दैट वाज लेफ्ट. सो फ्रॉम दिस you have to find the total length of the rope. 4 by 12 multiplied by x. When 4 by 12 goes on another side, that will be divide. 120 divided by 4 by 12. When anything is multiplied that moves on other side, that changes into divide. Now when divide changes to multiply, 120 into 12 by 4, 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 120 into 3 give me 360 centimeter. So that means total length of the rope was, in the starting before tying the box and using for skipping rope, that was 360 centimeter. Now you have to find how much length of rope used for tie the boxes. Now length of rope tied to boxes is 1 by 4 part of x, that is 1 by 4 multiplied by 360. 4 1s are 4, 4 9s are 36, and that gives me 90 centimeter. That means how much length of the rope is used for tie the boxes is 90 centimeter. Next is your 13th question. Mahesh bought 10 similar toy cars. Arvind bought 1.5 times as many such toys car as Mahesh. The total cost of the car the two boys had was rupees 7,500. What was the cost of each toy car? Actually, meaning of this statement is, Mahesh, when goes to the market, he buy 10 small toy cars, and Arvind buy whatever already Mahesh has, that is a 1.5 part. 1.5 means extra cars. He has 1.5 of whatever Mahesh has. Okay. So if Arvind has 10 cars, Mahesh has 10 cars, Arvind has 1.5 of Mahesh, that means 3 by 2 of 10. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, that means 15 cars. Arvind has total 15 cars, Mahesh has 10 toy cars. Total cars will be 10 by 15 is equal to 25 cars. Both, if you combine all the cars, that becomes 25 cars. Now, when they buy from the one shop, from the toy car, they equally give the amount. Whatever 10 cars amount is there, whatever 15 car is there, total amount paid to the shopkeeper is 7,500. That means if 25 cars, if they bought from the market as 7,500 rupees, so what is the cost of the one car? So we consider that cost of one car is equal to x rupees, then cost of 25 cars is equal to 25x rupees. 25x is equal to 7,500. When 25 moves on other side, 7,500 divided by 25 gives you 300 rupees. It means cost of each toy car is equal to 300 rupees, because 25 3s are 75. Next is 14th question. Length of the first pipe is 2 into 1 by 3 meter long. Length of the second pipe is 5 by 6 meter shorter than the first pipe. The plumber joined the two pipes. Plumber ने क्या किया, दोनों पाइप को ज्वाइन कर दिया. दोनों एक दूसरे को ओवरलैप नहीं हुई. ओवरलैप मीन्स एक दूसरे को कवर अप नहीं किया. दोनों की आपने टोटल लेंथ बतानी है. व्हाट वाज द टोटल लेंथ ऑफ द पाइप इन द एंड आफ्टर joining, what is the total pipe? So what you have to done, first you have given length of the first pipe is 2 into 1 by 3 meter. Length of second pipe is 5 by 6 meter shorter than the first. That means you have to subtract 5 by 6 from the length of the first pipe. 2 into 1 by 3 minus 5 by 6 meter. Now when you change to proper fraction, 7 by 3, LCM is 6, 3 2s are 6 and 7 2s are 14. 14 minus 5 by 6, it means 9 by 6, and when 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 by 2 meter. It means length of the second pipe is 3 by 2 meter. So what is the total length? Total length means length of first pipe plus length of the second pipe. 2 into 1 by 3 meter plus 3 by 2 meter is equal to 7 by 3 plus 3 by 2. LCM is 6. 14 plus 9, because 7 2s are 14 and 3 3s are 9, to make it as same as denominator 6. 14 plus 9 gives me 23 by 6. After dividing, like when you divide 23 by 6, 6 3s are 18 and 5 is left as remainder. So quotient into remainder upon divisor, you have to write it mixed form, that is 3 into 5 by 6 meter. Next 15th question is, चित्रा had a plot of land. चित्रा के पास एक ज़मीन है, प्लॉट है. She planted flowering plant on 3/4 of land. चित्रा ने क्या किया, जो लैंड का 3/4 पार्ट था वहाँ पे कुछ फ्लावर्स लगा दिए. 2/3 ऑफ द फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स वर सनफ्लावर, और उनमें से जो फ्लावर लगाए थे 3/4 पार्ट में, उसमें 2/3 पार्ट सनफ्लावर प्लांट्स ने कवर किया था, फ्लावर प्लांट्स ने कवर किया. आप you have to find what fraction of the land was planted with sunflower. You have to find what was the total fraction of the land in which sunflower was planted. So flower planted is 3/4 part of land, and sunflower plant is 2/3 of 3/4 part of the land. When you multiply, changes off to multiply. 2/3 into 3/4, 3 3s cancel and 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, gives me 1/2 part. It means 1/2 part of land. Actually, if you compare with the whole land, 1/2 part of the land is covered by sunflower plants. Next is last question, 16th. Shubham spent 7/9 of his time in morning studying maths and science. Shubham he decided he will study maths and science at the morning time. So when he studied combined maths and science, he found that whatever his time was there, that is 7/9 part. But only for maths he spent 4/7 part of time. So what fraction of the total time did he spend studying science? That you have to find. Then Shubham spent on math and science together, that is 7/9 part of the total time. Whatever time he consumed, only 7/9 part is used, and spent on maths is 4/7 parts of time. Whatever time consumed, only 4/7 part out of 7, 4 part is used for the studying of maths. Now you have to find how much part is spent only on the science. Then fraction of time spent on studying sciences, you have to subtract math part from the total part. 7/9 minus 4/7 part of time. Then 9 into 7 give me 63. I told you before many times, if there is no common factor between the denominators other than 1, you can directly multiply the denominator to make it common denominator, and 7 multiplied by this 7, like here we can cross multiply the numbers. Like 7 7s are 49 and 9 4s are 36. 49 minus 36 by 63 gives me 13/63 part. That means 13/63 part of time, consumed time, is spent on science. Thank you. Have a nice day.